What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I am going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played Crystal Palace at Old Trafford, and nevertheless let's just get straight into today's video. Firstly, it was an unchanged team from the last game against Wolves. Talk about the starting 11. So we started with De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Pogba, McTominay, James, Lingard, Rashford and Martial. I think we all know what the result was at the end of the day. Terrible performance, poor performance, no words to describe it. You know what, at first I thought it was just going to be one of those days where, you know, we were absolutely dominating the game, controlling the game, and then you just think we're not going to score, it's just not going to be our day. First it was looking like that, but then it just went from bad to worse. We conceded 2 goals and it's our first loss for the season. Mixed emotions, very pissed off with this result. Should never let this result even happen in the first place. It's the first time Crystal Palace have beaten Manchester United since 1991. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and the players must be embarrassed. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer saying that it's all about fine margins. I ain't no manager, but it's not all about fine margins. You can piss off with your margins. It's not margins whatsoever. Ridiculous to walk away from that game 2-1. Ridiculous. Should never be a loss for Manchester United, especially at Old Trafford. Should never be a loss. It wasn't even a potential upset. It was like one of the easiest games that we could have picked up points. But no, we put ourselves in a worse place. And I'll tell you what's gone on. Ollie's picked the starting 11. He said, there's my 11 that's going out there, starting the game. You go out there, go and play your football and just go and play your own football. Just go and make sure you get the win. And just go out there of what you've been working on in training and carry on that good work. He said, right, you're playing. Go out there and enjoy it. They've not gone into the game with the right mentality. I said it in my last video. I said that Crystal Palace will be up for this game. I said they'll be fighting in this game. And I said the team will change for this game. They changed the team and they defended for the Titanic. And we were fucking about in that game. Absolutely fucking about. We've put ourselves in a mess. We have put ourselves in a mess. I have the right to be pissed off with this team because as Manchester United, we're a big club and we are losing to one of the worst teams in the Premier League, and we are getting beat by Roy Hodgson, right? He failed at England. We are getting beat by Roy Hodgson. We are getting beat by the oldest manager in the Prem. How are we doing this? How are we letting Crystal Palace beat us? It is not good enough. It is not good enough. It's not good enough. We need a reaction against Southampton. I am sick of this club, and it's the same shit all over again. Old United, once again. Sick of this crap. Change it. Fucking change it. I tell you, the board is a mess. We don't get the players in the transfer window, and we're an absolute mess. We're falling to bits in that midfield. And you know what? I'll tell you now, if we don't have Pogba, our midfield will be pretty much League 2. Crap midfield. We have got crap midfielders. Bring Fred back. Bring Matic back. If they are fit to play, get them on that bloody pitch. Honestly, if they are fit to play, get them on that bloody pitch. Because I'll tell you what, that out there was atrocious, appalling. Change it. Gotta change. Not having this. I am not having this. I have the right to be pissed off. People will be thinking, oh yeah, it'll be alright in the next 24 hours. No, I'm not. I'll tell you why. Because it's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment to watch this club lose to someone like Crystal Palace. Yes, they beat Man City last season, but who gives a crap? We should never be dropping points against Palace. Never. We should never be dropping points to Palace. And it's a wake-up call for these players. An absolute wake-up call. Honest to God, I am sick and tired of this team. We need to get a bloody grip. First loss of the season. Honest to God, I just cannot get over this. Awful to watch. More points dropped. We've dropped 5 points in the space of 2 games. Rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. It's not good enough. Another missed penalty. All that good work went to pop. All this pre-season stuff and all this work that we did in bloody Australia, China, Singapore. It all went to pop. It's all gone to pop. It's annoying, frustrating, embarrassing. Let's just get straight into this video. I want this video done and done with. I cannot be arsed with this game. What did I make of the performance? Performance overall straight down was embarrassing to watch. Never seen anything like it. We were shit, we were shocking, awful, dreadful, absolute bullshit, and we deserve to lose. at the end of the day. Rubbish. Starting with the defence, we have spent about 130 million on 2 players as a right back and also a centre back for Harry Maguire. We have spent 130 million on 2 players and we have just thrown it away. Just gave it away. And we were not good enough. We were not good enough. It was poor defending. I've never seen anything like that poor defending in my life. That was just going back to bloody Phil Jones and Chris Smalling. It was awful, that defending. Absolutely awful. Awful defending. Performance overall was shocking. Awful to watch. Dreadful to watch. At one point it was also going to look like it was going to be one of those days where we weren't going to score. It looked like it was going to be one of those days where we just had a frustrating day. We just lost the game 2-1 and we got outclassed by Palace. And we should never be getting outclassed by teams like Palace. What did I say in my last video? I said these will come fighting. And they came fighting. Look what happened. It's awful. It is awful to watch. We need to get ourselves together again. And we need to press the reset button and go again against Southampton. I'm not having that. We should never be dropping points to Crystal Palace in the first place. The mediocre team, we've lost to a pub side. It's just not good enough. It is just not good enough. It's just not good enough. You have no words to describe it. It's just not good enough from these players. We've got some world-class players in there and we're still losing to teams like Palace. We've got Harry Maguire, we've got Wan-Bissaka, we've got Paul Pogba, we've got Marcus Rashford, we've got Anthony Martial, and we are still falling to pieces. We are still dropping points to teams like Crystal Palace. These are games that we should be beating, Crystal Palace. And it's so annoying and frustrating to see our club. It's just like watching chocolate melt. Honest to God, it is. The performance out there was absolutely awful. 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 I am not saying that again. First half, pathetic. Couldn't get going. Second half, I don't know. The thing is, I have no words. I just have no words to describe it. We are rubbish. We are rubbish. I tell you now, it's a punishment. We've got to wake up and smell the coffee, and we've got to go again against Southampton. I am sick and tired of this team. Where did the mistakes come from? Poor defending for a start. The defending was atrocious. I've never seen anything like it. We were all over the place. Like I said before, we spent about a good 120 million, 130 million on 2 players for a right back and a centre back, and it's still poor defending. You shouldn't be defending like that when you've spent a lot of money on 2 players. You should be defending a lot more better. Wan-Bissaka's just got exposed twice. Maguire's got exposed twice. It's not good enough. It's like watching bloody Phil Jones and Chris Smalling again. Honest to God, it's not good enough. The defending straight down was poor. I'm going to get it out there. Shocking goalkeeping in that second one. It looked like there was a hole in De Gea's glove. It just went past him, there was a hole there, and it just went through De Gea. Not good enough goalkeeping there from De Gea. Saying about he should be our captain. There was no leadership out there as well, and I'll get to that in a minute as well. Not enough in the final third. Definitely not enough in the final third. There was just no end product. Not enough chances were created in this game. Set pieces were a massive problem for us. Set pieces, you've got bloody Rashford taking the free kicks. He's not the man for free kicks anyway. Get Mata on the free kicks. He's the man to be taking those free kicks. Also, I want to point out that starting 11. People are saying that could be our potential strongest 11. It was the wrong starting 11. We needed to balance that team out right. We should have had Mata playing. I'd rather have Mata playing and Pereira playing and get Matic in as well, because if they're on the bench and if they're fit to play, get them playing. It's just not good enough. So set pieces were awful, straight down. Mata needs to be on the free kicks, and we're never going to score from a bloody corner because we never do anyway. Not enough desire in the team, straight down. Not enough pressure was applied. People may have a go at me because of the pressure, the amount of pressure that we still had. But look, their defence was organised and they didn't make a bloody mistake because they bloody defended for the Titanic in the second half. I knew it. They'll score that first goal and they'll defend for the absolute Titanic in that second half. They'll go defend, defend, defend. And that's what they do. And then they wait until we've scored, and then it makes us even work to get another second goal. Attitude was a problem from the players, I think. When we've scored the goal, when we've got a goal back, you're thinking, right, come on Daniel James, don't celebrate, grab the ball, let's get back there and let's go after the game. But then, again, it was just like watching chocolate melt. The defence fell apart once again. Not good enough. Not enough quality in the team. No leadership. I'll tell you now, there's no bloody leadership in that team. De Gea shouldn't be the bloody captain in the first place. You need a player to be captain who is an outfielder out there. Someone like Matic, who's older. Someone like Matic or someone like Maguire. One of them need to be a captain. And I tell you what, Maguire will be a future captain, but not now. Get it on Matic or someone like that. And Matic was captain in pre-season, and I think we won the game as well. Not enough character from the players, I don't think, as well. There was a lack of effort as well. There was completely no service for Martial. Lack of creativity as well. What needs to be changed for Southampton? It's pretty easy, isn't it? Be more clinical in front of goal, better defending, better goalkeeping. Got to take your chances. Got to score on your chances. Set pieces got to be better. Got to have the desired determination and motivation. More pressure on the opposition to force them to make a mistake. Quality needs to be better in the team. We need a leader in the team. We don't have one at the minute. Better attitude from the players. Need better character from the players. Better effort from the players. Get the ball to Martial. We need a creative midfielder against Southampton. Why do we play so poor? I don't know. Like I said, it was like watching chocolate melt. Like I said from previously, it was like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer just went to every single player and said, here you go, here's your shirt, get ready, and you're playing, you know. You're going out there, go and get us the result, and just go and do what you've been doing in training and carry on that good work, carry on that good momentum. And we fell to pieces. It's just not good enough. Who's to blame? I'm going to have a good at the referee. Referee was an absolute joke. Like I said in my last video, I said these referees have got worse, and they have got worse. Some of these calls from the referee were poor. You give him, it's just abysmal what I'm watching. There's one thing where you're giving something to Palace, and then the next minute you're not giving anything for Manchester United. And then it goes the other way round. Then it's the other way round. You don't give anything for Palace, but then you give it to Manchester United. Make your bloody mind up. You're the referee. It's in front of your eyes, and you should be giving these things. We had the crappiest referee out there. Crappiest referee. I thought Paul Turney was going to be an alright referee. He got the calls wrong as well. VAR let us down as well. I think we could have got about 2 or 3 penalties in that game. VAR's in there for a reason. It should be used. Never went to VAR. Even the players were shouting for VAR. VAR let us down, and the referee let us down massively. But what also caused the result as well was the players as well. The players didn't turn up for a game against like Palace. The players weren't good enough. The manager has to take a bit of stick as well because the tactics were wrong. Like I said, it was like chocolate melt. We just weren't good enough. We need to accept that we weren't good enough in this game. Any positives from this game? I think the only good player out there that ran his absolute socks off and gave it everything was Daniel James. Cracking goal, and that's the only positive that we can have really, because he was the one that was having a good go and was making some fantastic runs. And I tell you what, Daniel James never shouldn't have got a yellow card. I know he's not a diver. If that went back to VAR, the referee would regret his decision. You can't really overturn yellow cards because you can't. So once you've given a yellow card, you can't remove the yellow card. So it was poor refereeing from the ref as well. Yeah, that's what also let us down in the game. Anyway, getting into the goal now. Pogba passed it to Martial. Martial had a good link-up play with Rashford. Rashford passed it to James. James scores an absolute cracking goal up at Benjamin's. Fantastic goal. Can't get any better as well. But getting into the stats now, possession-wise, 71.4% for Manchester United. We had most possession in that game. We were dominant in control of that game, and we lost the game. Story of our day. Crystal Palace only had 28.6 possession, and they bloody won the game. Goals, obviously, Manchester United scored 1, Palace scored 2. Total shots, United had 22 shots, and Palace only had 5 shots. 5 shots. Shot accuracy, Manchester United 13.6%, rubbish. Palace 60%. Bang on. Shots inside the box, we had 14 shots inside the box and Palace had 5 inside the box. Shots outside the box, United had 8 shots out of the box and Palace had none outside the box. Shots on target for Manchester United. United had 3 on target and Palace had 3 on target. So can you think about that? So they had 2 off target. So we had 22 shots and we had 3 on target. Story of our day, innit? My God. Total passes for Manchester United, 553 passes for Manchester United. Palace didn't pass it that as much. They only had about 227 passes and they bloody won the game. Pass accuracy, 85.7% for Manchester United and 62.1% for Crystal Palace. Yeah, that just goes to show that we were keeping it nice and simple, but still lost the game. Rubbish. Getting into the substitutions now. Shaw went off for Young. Talk about Shaw's performance. United's early dominance was underpinned by both fullbacks, but for the second month running, Shaw succumbed to injury. Lingard went off for Greenwood. Talk about Lingard's performance. Did not justify his selection, and one aimless pass through to nobody. Injuries, groans from supporters. Not the solution at number 10. No, he's not the solution at number 10, and that's why we need someone like Pereira or Mata starting at number 10 role. And this is the thing, you've got Marcus Rashford as a number 10, so why can he not go in the number 10 role for once, you know? Get him in the right bloody position for once. McTominay went off for Mata. Talk about McTominay's performance. His place will be in a genuine jeopardy had United signed a midfielder. Against teams who sit back, McTominay looks limited. Palace sat back. When you've got McTominay and Pogba here as holding midfielders, you're not only just supposed to sit back, but you're also supposed to drive forward and take the team forward. They weren't doing that as well, and that's what we probably lacked in as well from McTominay and Pogba. But yet again, Pogba isn't holding midfielder. He needs to get more high up the pitch. Don't drop back deep, get up high up the pitch. Honestly, it's just mind-blowing to see all this crap. It needs to be sorted ASAP. Got a week to sort it out as well. Onwards and upwards, but not good enough from Manchester United. We need to sort it out. Next up, we've got Southampton. Southampton, the 17th in the table. Without a doubt, we need to beat Southampton. We're going into the international break after Southampton, so let's at least just get a fucking win, you know. Get a fucking win. No draws, no losses. Get the win against Southampton. We drew against Southampton away from home, so we need a bloody win against Southampton. But the thing is, though, with Southampton, they've gone and beat Brighton. They're already on the front foot going into the game this weekend. United are already on the back foot. We should never be on the back foot in the first place, because that's pressure now. That's going to get to the players to go and get a result this week. So the mentality's got to change. The mindset's got to change for the game. I tell you what, Southampton, they'll come out fighting. It'll be their FA Cup final against us, whether if it's home or away. They've got the home advantage as well, so they'll come out fighting. It'll be their FA Cup final. They'll be going for it from minute 1 to minute 90. They'll be trying to expose us as many times as they can in the midfield, especially, and the defence. They nearly got a draw against Liverpool, but without a doubt, this is a game that we need to win. We cannot be walking away from that game with excuses. But we've got to cut out all those mistakes. I tell you what, the players have got to change, the mentality's got to change, the mindset's got to change. Everything in the team has got to change. We've just got to make sure that we've got to turn it around. Like I said, these will have a go at us. We're already on the back foot, they're already on the front foot. A good win against Brighton. We've got to bounce back against Southampton. So I think we've just got to train properly. We've got to get the players in the right mindset and the right mentality. Going into the game, they've got to be physically ready on the day. But like I said, these will have a go at us. Everton will have a go at us as well, just like what Palace did. I'm not walking away from the St Mary's Stadium that we've come away from a loss or a draw. Get the bloody win. We need the bloody win. Never mind about drawing this game or losing. These are teams that we should be beating, and we're not beating them. And this is just going back to all United. We must beat Southampton. Without a doubt, we've got to beat them. We have got to beat them. We just cannot have our club fall to pieces again. Yes, we're in a mess again. That's down to the players again, and also to the manager. Not good enough from against Palace. It's what I'm expecting from the players. We need a reaction from the players. I watched a ton of bullshit against Palace, so we've got to turn it around. We need a reaction from the players. Got to train properly this week. Got to change that mentality and the mindset. We've got to beat Southampton. It's pressure on the players now, because we should be already on the front foot coming up against these lot. We went in the wrong mentality against Palace because we underestimated them, and we've got to come in the right mentality against Southampton. Got a big turnaround coming our way. Ollie and his men have got some making up to do this week and to fix it on that training pitch. Must win for us, without a doubt. They'll be fighting. We've got to go for it as well. I think it's just going to be down to the attitude and the effort, and we need creativity there. We need a leader. We need to just create more chances at goal and put our bloody chances away for once. That's just what needs to change, and we just need better defending, and we just need everything out of the final third. We just need a leader. Obviously, like again, we didn't get the signings that we needed in the transfer window, but that's the board's fault. It's not good enough, but we move on against Southampton. Whatever it is, It's got to be a win against Southampton over on the weekend. We've got to put our foot on the gas straight from the whistle goals. We've got to be on it. Yeah, like I said, they'll be fighting. They'll be giving it a good go against us, but must win, must win. We need a win going into the international break. Big week ahead for United and Ollie's men. Not much from me, really. We just got to give it everything. Let's see where it puts us. By next week, I want to be making a video that United have walked away with a win. A win without a doubt against Southampton. We thought it was going to be easy against Palace. No, we underestimated them and we went in the wrong mindset. So we've got to change that mindset now against Southampton. Got to walk away with the victory and the 3 points next week. Without a doubt, it's got to be a win. The players to look out for is Adams, Musa, Ward-Prowse, Armstrong, Redmond, Romeu, Long, Innings and Obafemi. Hope you guys have enjoyed another video. Be sure to drop a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in a video next week, and peace.